After that, we close the sign-ups and play the remaining games. So far, we've got 8 sign-ups left.
And then also the best of 5 to end it all. We're starting with DraQu. He picks up this LG. With a bit of spacing. Surely will make his way over to that Mega. The red, of course, for Danskq. Most importantly, the rail for Danskq as well. Let's see him put that to some good use. Fairly easy first frag. Caught up the teleporter. And Danskq will be cursing the name of CrazyAl today, who did not allow the new prdm3 to be played.
Me?
Everybody just messaged him on Discord about how much he would have loved to see that.
Wasn't my decision.
Aren't you the admin?
Yeah, I
Don't
need the
even
admin
know
now.
How are you supposed to be casting a game?
Guess. Alright, it's DraQu with a 3 frag lead. And Danskq low again. Red coming up in a few. He wants to make a play for it. Not a chance. And DraQu going to be feeling mighty comfortable right now. Every advantage you could ever wish for is in his hands.
But this map can turn around quite rapidly. If you're not careful.
Equally so, though, you can run up that score.
Yep. Right now, then, DraQu got an iron grip on this map.
Without that red, though, and a nice duo of rockets, puts Danskq on the board. And he needs to make it something more. Mega now coming up. Gonna have to fight for it, though.
2 good rockets from DraQu. Keeping Danskq away from it. Now it gets a Mega, but DraQu hasn't taken the red yet. There he goes.
Ooh. And there's the rail we were talking about. And another. Uses that YA though, and actually taking a lot of damage from someone who has no right to be doing any damage.
That was a risky move.
I think these are the desperation shotgun shells coming out. DraQu's made more of this than he should have. And Danskq now has to play so tentatively, playing scared. And they will trade big items. About 50 bubble. Danskq will have the advantage going into whatever fight they now choose. And with that, the gap grows further. Running away from this red. A little bit of bloody lust. Eating a lot of LG.
This could bode well for Danskq.
It could, yeah, it's not the optimum fight. But it's still, of course, just going his way. The stack advantage so huge. However, may have just given up that Mega.
DraQu has done a lot of damage though. Even though Danskq did have the stack advantage, all but gone now.
Yep, he was very efficient. Not able to completely overcome the raw power of Danskq, but maybe he will now. A lot of whiffing. A lot of whiffing. When did CrazyAl's more get here? It's a good question.
Oh. Steady on.
Trading rails.
Yes, indeed, CrazyAl's more is a choker in more way than one.
Too far.
Too far? Alright. LG coming out. DraQu unable to quite connect to the end there, and it will cost him the Mega. Danskq Still with this stack lead. Not putting it to great use though. The rail hasn't been on point for a minute or two. Red for DraQu, and at this point, he's gonna rev up even more. Even out of control, he's always been on the back of Danskq. Looking for that 6th frag.
Yeah, he's certainly taking advantage of how predictable you can become when you're in control of the items. Always doing damage, getting some sick LG in whenever Danskq tried to take items.
Yeah, it's a fairly simple cyclical map, so that will happen.
But now Danskq is doing the same to DraQu, and both players have been doing really well to not die in the last, I don't know, how long? 5 minutes?
We'll finally find that 6th frag.
Finds a frag. But the grenade's so strong.
If only he had less ammo. Now a jump down onto that LG, dubious at best. It's direct though, perhaps making up for it. Here's the 50. And it saves him. Big fight coming up. DraQu doesn't want anything to do with it.
It's a getaway.
It's that roll though. We'll surely be contesting the next one, you'd expect so. It's LG, not doing bad at all. There we go. The major item for him continues on forward, but the rockets get the better of him, and he gives out.
Going for the red again. Trading rails is not what DraQu wants to do now, but it's great for Danskq.
And that's even greater for Danskq. Items will be clashing here. Danskq gets the better one, but lacking
the
HP.
Score has been equalized.
It has 6-6 with just 2 minutes remaining. Both players fairly happy to just sit back at the moment, but it's a mistake from DraQu. Danskq on the red, he gets nothing. Through this teleporter, very dangerous, very ballsy, but so far working.
DraQu delivering some serious damage to Danskq now. Though Danskq is holding back and pushing him away. Lost control of the red though.
Yeah, not ideal. Not ideal, but the rockets in the rail that follow up, very nice indeed. DraQu perhaps just thrown away what he had there. And now just a few seconds left.
Will we get another overtime here?
There is potential. They trade the big items now, pretty even on stack, but of course, one has health, one has armor.
Ooh,
LG up these stairs, very nice.
Playing with fire.
He is. And there's beautiful stuff from DraQu.
I'm impressed that Danskq didn't die there.
Now,
no,
the pushback.
Ooh.
He's off that item. And I think we are going to be seeing that overtime unless something crazy happens right here. No, there it is. Just as he hits a direct and DraQu gets the frag.
That frag was a long time coming.
Although if you're going to die in overtime, now is the best time.
Yeah. Right at the beginning, but he gave away another as well. 2 frags to make up in 2 minutes.
Really, how often that actually happens, that the overtime comes right before someone gets killed. I think it might have something to do with people relaxing a bit when they realize they have the overtime. Just focus on getting to that point. Don't have a game plan for the follow-up.
Now they're coming hot and heavy, fast and furious. DraQu will surely be taking his 3rd win in the Arena FPS King of the Hill. The gap is too large at this point. And it's funny, if I were to look back at this game, one of the main differences was actually DraQu, early on especially, hitting way more rails than Danskq. Not what you would have guessed. Of course, hitting the consolidation
really
rails
struggled to connect those rails basically throughout the entire game.
Very similar players in terms of their style. DraQu, the advantage. Well, actually, that's not entirely true because, of course, this went to overtime after an exceedingly close game. It's only since then that this score has been mounted. And GG.